A very warm welcome. You're watching the 4 p.m. newscast with me, Akanksha Swaroop on CNN News 18. Let's dive into the newscast with some breaking inputs now coming in. The Gujarat court has denied bail to Teesta Setalvad and R.B. Srikumar, the former IPS officer. The Sessions Court of Gujarat rejected the bail of both, that is Teesta Setalvad and R.B. Srikumar. That's the latest we are now learning. The former DGP's bail has also been rejected along with Teesta Setalvad. Remember, this has been the third deferment that was done on Friday, and finally we are now learning is that the Gujarat court has now rejected the bail plea. For more details, I'm joined in by our correspondent Janak Dave on the phone line. Janak जी, हमें बता सकते हैं किन ग्राउंड्स पे ये बेल प्ली रिजेक्ट की गई है?
दरअसल देखिए, कोर्ट ने जब ये फैसला दिया उससे पहले सबसे पहले कहा कि टेस्टा शेतलवाद जो सामाजिक कार्यकर्ता है, उसके अलावा पूर्व डीजीपी आरबी शिवकुमार की जो जमानत अर्जी है उसे खारिज किया जाता है। उसके लिए आपको लंबी हियरिंग के दौर से जाना पड़ेगा, जहां पर सरकार की ओर से बाकायदा इस चीज को रखा गया था कि एक बड़ी लार्जर कॉन्स्पिरेसी थी उस समय की तत्कालीन मोदी सरकार को गिराने की। बाकायदा पैसों का वहां पे लेन देन हुई है। एक्स पूर्व जो दिवंगत नेता है कांग्रेस के, उनकी मिली भगत रही है और इसको एक लार्जी कॉन्स्पिरेसी के तौर पे गवाहों को जिस तरीके से गुमराह करना, उनकी गवाही उस तरीके से लेना, वो सारे दस्तावेज एसआईटी ने अब तक की जो जांच की है उसमें आरबी श्रीकुमार के जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स थे, बाकायदा खुफिया विभाग ने वो हेड के तौर पे जब काम कर रहे थे तो उनकी भूमिका, उनकी जो बातचीत रही है, यहाँ तक कि कांग्रेस नेताओं के साथ संजीव भट्ट का भी जो बात था उसके भीतर भी उन्होंने कई बातें ऐसी कही है जो ईमेल के जरिए वो खुलासा करती है। हालांकि आज का जो हियरिंग था वो केवल आरबी श्रीकुमार और तेस्ता शेतलवाड़ को लेकर था, तो कोर्ट ने पाया कि ये संगीन आरोप है और अभी उनको अगर जमानत दी जाती है तो कहीं जिस तरीके का उनका ओहदा है, पूर्व डीजीपी रहे हैं और उसके अलावा सामाजिक कार्यकर्ता के तौर पे तेस्ता शेतलवाड़ काम कर रही है, तो गवाहों को भी वो भटका सकती हैं या केस को नुकसान कर सकती है। तो मल्टीपल आर्ग्यूमेंट हो रहे थे दोनों डिफेंस और सरकार की ओर से, और जब कोर्ट को लगा कि जो प्रमाण पेश किए गए हैं एसआईटी ने, जो सबूत इनके खिलाफ है वो पुख्ता सबूत है और अभी भी एक लार्जर कॉन्स्पिरेसी की जांच करनी बाकी है, कई और भी लोग हैं, तो ऐसे में उनको जमानत देना ठीक नहीं है और इस ग्राउंड पर उनकी जमानत याचिका खारिज की गई है।
जी जनक जी, हमारे साथ बने रहे क्योंकि हमारे एक और कॉलीग ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। अनन्या, if I could come to you, could you take us through that crucial bail plea order which is now, and also take us through the grounds based on which the bail plea has been rejected?
Well, yes, the court has definitely gone very carefully, Akansha, into this whole order. It is D.D. Thacker, the judge, who has passed this 24-page order. The order runs into 24 pages and versed with the grounds. The court, first of all, says that it seems like it was all a politically motivated thing because in a line where the court notes that payments were made to Teesta Setalvad to basically buy the political masters to turn it into a politically motivated campaign against the Gujarat government. This is one of the reasons why bail has been denied. Apart from that, he has also seen Teesta Setalvad's conduct and Mr. Abhishek Kumar's conduct and clearly noted that they can influence the witnesses and tamper with the evidence in this particular case. And hence, the court has now denied the bail. Remember that this is a very, very crucial bail order that is coming out from Gujarat, wherein the court has very categorically denied the bail given out. But remember that the Gujarat SIT, when it was in fact hearing this matter, had filed a detailed affidavit stating that Teesta Setalvad had received around 20-30 lakh rupees into this particular case.
I'm sorry, I'll have to interject right now because I'm also joined in by Shehzad Poonawalla of the BJP. Shehzad, would you share your first reaction with us now that Teesta Setalvad's bail plea has been rejected?
No, I mean, the Supreme Court had no less come out and shown how there was an entire cottage industry of hate and propaganda supported by a hand of political patronage, which was being run by a trimurti of people, including Teesta Setalvad, Srikumar, certain disgruntled officers, NGO types, and also by some people in the media with political patronage. And perhaps it is now time that those people who were actually trying to use the 2002 riots to not just emotionally exploit the likes of Zakia Jafri, but also to defame the people of Gujarat, to create division in the minds of people. Now they will have to pay the they'll have to face the music and face justice. And therefore, as per the Supreme Court, action is being taken by law enforcement agencies. And this is perhaps a vindication that whatever was being said about the cottage industry of propaganda that was being prepped up by the Congress party and their ilk is today coming to the fore, because we've seen how the Congress party was also using the likes of Teesta, Setalvad in order to further its political agenda. Just recently, we've seen the evidence of this come out as to how money was paid and how financial benefits was given. So this was never a public interest litigation. It was always a paisa interest litigation, a political interest litigation, and a propaganda interest litigation done at the behest of the Congress party.
Also, how would you react to the opposition parties saying that anyone who chooses to stick their neck against the BJP meets the same fate as that of Teesta Setalvad or even Zubair?
I think that it's very childish for them to say this. The Supreme Court has not only vindicated but has actually slammed Teesta Setalvad, R.V. Srikumar and their ilk for the kind of propaganda and for the kind of devious, underhanded tactics and dirty tricks that they were up to in the name of Gujarat 2002 riots, including falsification and fabrication of records and evidences, tutoring witnesses, emotionally exploiting the petitioner, and so on and so forth. So is the Supreme Court vindictive? Now the courts of law are denying them bail or release. Are these courts vindictive? So, for the Congress party to label even the courts as vindictive and to undermine the faith people have in judiciary is only because the Congress party believes that it can get away by insulting the Rashtrapati on one day and the courts on the other. They have no faith in Loktantra, so they only have faith in Parivar Tantra.
All right, Shehzad, thank you for sharing your views with us. And with that, let's quickly go back to Ananya Bhatnagar, who's also tracking the story for us. Ananya, how do you assess the rejection of the bail plea today? How much of it has been influenced by the verdict that had been passed by the Supreme Court? Also, not to forget that crucial report filed by the SIT.
Well, Akansha, I won't say that this order is influenced by that of the Supreme Court, because the judge has very well, in a 24-page order, dealt with the evidence at hand.
And stay with us, because I'm also joined in by Mr. Majeed Memon. Mr. Memon, how do you view now that the bail plea has been rejected of Teesta Setalvad? How do you view the current developments?
Well, I think I would say that I am disappointed by the manner in which she has been declined bail by the highest court. In fact, bail is a rule and jail exception for charges like one with which she has been charged. And then while granting or declining bail, the court is not going into the merits of the accusations. The considerations for grant or declining, refusing bail are well set by Supreme Court itself. And I think I have no occasion to go through the order in detail as to what were the findings of the Supreme Court, what have they recorded in refusing bail to her. But I think if not today, bail is not granted, a little later probably Supreme Court or the reports below would examine the case for her bail, because bail is refusal of bail must not be punitive. It is not a part of punishment, and it is not as though she should be put into some kind of a difficulty or problem. It can be as a punishment to an accused for if the bail is refused.
Mr. Memon, it's been a closely deliberated decision by the Sessions Court in Gujarat, considering it was not deferred just on Tuesday, it was also deferred on Friday, and today eventually the bail plea has been rejected.
No, but that's of course according to the availability of time with Supreme Court, that they may not have been able to pass order yesterday. They have passed it today. I don't think we could find anything improper in passing the order on Saturday, working day like today.
All right, Mr. Memon, but are you hopeful that this bail will be eventually granted?
Bail should be granted at some later stage, then she would be in a position to apply over again.